Imagine living in a world where a single bite of food, something as ordinary as a peanut or an egg or a drop of milk, could kill you. Now imagine being a child in that world, surrounded by these very dangers every day at school. My name is Devin Sailer, and I was born with 31 anaphylactic food allergies, including peanuts and shellfish. If I eat any of them, my throat closes, my body goes into shock, and I could die within minutes. But food has never been the hardest part. The hardest part is being treated like I don't belong. While most kids worry about grades or fitting in, I spent my early years trying to survive the school day. I wasn't asking for special treatment. I just wanted a safe place to learn, to grow, and to be a kid. But instead, my condition was seen as too complicated, too risky, and at times it felt like the system was trying to choose safety for itself over opportunity for me. I was excluded from classrooms, isolated at lunch, and told again and again that what I needed was too much to ask for. But I was a child, and like every child, I deserved to be seen. I deserved to be included and given a chance to thrive. My family did not have wealth nor influence to smooth the path. My mother was a single mother, raising 2 kids. She fought tirelessly, not for special treatment, but for basic human rights. We were able to challenge the district and finally win my right to attend public school. But even then, the fight wasn't over. I was allowed in the building, sure, but I was still kept apart. I sat alone at lunch. I carried my own desk across the cafeteria just to sit several feet away from other kids every single day. Try to picture what that does to a child's spirit. But still, I held on. I kept showing up, and I learned how to manage my allergies, how to advocate for myself, and then I think, most importantly, I learned how to stay hopeful. Today, I attend public high school alongside my peers. I've learned how to travel the world safely with 31 life-threatening food allergies. And today, I stand here in the halls of power in the great state of New York, not as a victim, but as a voice, one that speaks for so many others navigating the same invisible fight. But the truth is, not all barriers I face have come from the outside. Some of the hardest ones came from within our own community. Time and time again, I was told not just by doctors or by schools, but by well-meaning people that I could not live a full life, that I would never travel, that I should settle for safety over experience. I remember distinctly being told that if I was lucky, I'd make it to Canada, but that would be all I could expect. Those warnings may have come from a place of care, but they planted seeds of fear, and fear left unchecked becomes a cage. But I refuse to let that be my story, and now I've traveled to over 20 countries. I've sat in airports, I've navigated foreign menus, I've communicated my needs across language barriers, and I've done it all safety. Not because I'm reckless, but because I'm prepared. I planned and I believed it was possible. I am living proof that we can do hard things, that food allergies may shape our lives, but they do not have to shrink them. And if I can do it, so can others. The greatest danger we face is not a hidden ingredient. It is the poison of doubt that tells us that we are too fragile to stand, too weak to fight, and too afraid to rise. That ends today. We reject the lie that we are too weak. We move forward together, unshaken and unstoppable. Our strength is not measured by ease, but by resolve. We will no longer accept fragility as our fate. We will stand tall, we will fight hard, and we will prevail. But my friends, social media and online spaces have amplified that fear, often reinforcing the message that we must avoid. We must withdraw and expect less from life. I understand the instinct to protect. We all just want to stay safe. But when caution becomes a limitation, we stop growing. And when we pass that mindset on to the next generation, we're not protecting them, we're holding them back. That is why I'm here today, not simply to tell my story, but to challenge the narrative. I'm not fearless, I'm simply informed, prepared, and determined. And I believe that every person with food allergies deserves to see somebody like them, living fully, traveling boldly, learning in public spaces, and saying yes to life. We can't erase the risks, but we do need to stop erasing ourselves. The more we show up in the world, the more the world will learn how to include us. So to anyone listening, whether you're a policymaker, a parent, a teacher, or a young person like me, I ask you to remember this. Food allergies are life-threatening, absolutely, but so is isolation. Fear is not protection, and limits do not have to become destinies. I stand here today not because the world made it easy, but because I, my family, and the organizations that work hard to represent this community refused to give up. We need systems that support us, communities that believe in us, and a culture that stops underestimating what we're capable of. I am not an exception. I am a possibility, and so is every other child like me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing that our lives are worth protecting and our futures are worth investing in.